This is the final video in my 5-part series of videos entitled A Guide to Switching to Linux Elementary OS Edition. And in this video, I'm going to be going over encrypting the home folder on Elementary OS. So why do you want to do this? Well, basically it's to protect the data in your home folder from being easily accessible to an unauthorized user. An example would be if your drive gets stolen, and this is especially true for laptops, which can easily be stolen. But without further ado, let's get right into it.
Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is open up Terminal from your Applications menu, and then you're going to type sudo apt install ecryptfs-utils, then hit enter, punch in your password, and then hit enter again here, and then it'll go install ecryptfs for you. Okay, now you can close out of your terminal, then go to your system settings, then user accounts, and then click this little plus button down here, then punch in your password, and then this account is going to need to be made an administrator, and then you're going to give it a name like temporary user, since we can delete this account after we're done with this process. And I'm actually going to shorten its name to temp, rather its username. And then we've got to pick a password for it, and then click create user. Now we can go up to our power menu and then log out of our current user. And now let's select that temporary user account that we've just created. And then on this Welcome to Elementary OS dialog, we can actually click skip all here and then get started, since we're literally just going to be deleting this user account right after we're finished. But anyway, we're going to go up to our Applications menu, then open up our terminal, and then we're going to run sudo ecryptfs-migrate-home-u, and then your username. Mine is Drew. Now, if you don't know what that is, and it's not the same as the full name of your account that's displayed on the login screen, it'll be displayed in your terminal before an @ symbol and then your PC's name. So for example, our username here is temp. You can see it says temp at elementary61. That's what I've named this virtual machine. But anyway, the user that we want to apply the encryption to is Drew, which is my main account, and then hit enter and punch in your password. Okay, now if you get this error here, it just means that there's some files in use from your user account that you're trying to apply this to, and the encryption cannot proceed. If you get that, no worries. Just reboot by going up to your power menu and clicking shutdown, and then click restart from here. Alright, and then once we've rebooted, we've got to log directly into our temporary user account. And the idea of rebooting is that whatever was in use from our user account, it's flushed out of the RAM. It's no longer in use. But anyway, let's go back into our terminal and then run that exact same command again, which we can actually get to easily by just hitting the up arrow key, since that's the last command that we just ran. But anyway, hit enter again, punch in your password again, then hit enter. Okay, now we need to enter the password that's on our main account that we're actually applying the encryption to. So let me go do that real quick. And then after that, just hit enter and it'll proceed with the encryption. Now, the time that this takes will vary depending on how much you have in your home folder. Like for me, this home folder is fresh from installation. I've literally done nothing to it aside from what my demonstrations in my previous videos in this series have done to my home folder. But anyway, now that we're done, we can actually close out of our terminal and then log out by going to our power menu and then clicking log out and then log out again. And now we can go back to our main account. Alright, now our encryption is applied. So now last steps we're going to do here to clean up. First of all, we can go delete that temporary user account by going to our user account settings, then clicking on our temporary user, then clicking this little minus symbol, and then we've got to punch in our password to authenticate. And now the very, very last step we've got to do to delete the unencrypted backup of our home folder that was made just in case something went awry during the encryption. Let's go into Files, File System, Home, and then here we're going to right click and then go to Open In, then click Terminal, and then we're just going to do a quick ls here. Then we're going to copy and paste this here. It'll be your username dot and then a bunch of random characters. Copy that. Not that one, because what we're about to do this will nuke whatever folder you do this to, so make sure that it's the unencrypted copy of your home folder as represented here. But anyway, what we're going to do is sudo rm-rf, and then paste that folder name here, and then double check that you're not about to nuke your home folder, then hit enter, punch in your password, then hit enter again. And now if we close out of our terminal, we can check back here. Yep, that's gone, and we are done.
And that was my tutorial on how to encrypt the home folder on elementary OS. So thanks for watching. If you liked this video, found it was helpful, hit the like button, share this video with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment.